They called it Eos. Earth's mirror, they said. A pale blue sphere orbiting a golden star in the Thalassa system, just close enough to breathe, just far enough to burn clean. It was humanity's first interstellar colonization, a flagship operation. Global eyes watching, billions invested. 20 Marines, 12 scientists, and the AI core Mimir. We were trained to expect anything. Alien biosignatures, atmospheric instability, even aggressive wildlife. But not this. Never this. The descent was textbook. I remember strapping in, the gravity swell tightening my chest. The hull of Argonaut groaned under the weight of entering an alien sky. I blinked once, and then I was on the surface, standing, alone, no memory of touchdown, no shuttle, no team chatter, just miles of glassy obsidian stretching to horizon, veined with pulsating blue lines like veins in marble. The sky above shimmered in hues I had no words for, and the air tasted like sleep. I reached for my comms. Static. I called for Mimir. Silence. My HUD flickered, then went dead. Then came the whisper, not sound, not speech. Just an understanding. Welcome. I ran. The terrain changed beneath my feet, like thoughts responding to fear. The smooth glass gave way to spongy moss, then to black sand, then liquid chrome that didn't wet my boots. Shapes loomed in the distance, monoliths, maybe. Trees? I couldn't tell. They folded in on themselves when I stared too long, like they didn't want to be seen. I stumbled into a crater. At the center was Harris, one of the Marines. He was kneeling, head bowed, whispering something over and over. I reached out, but before I touched him, he unraveled. Not died, unraveled. Skin, bone, muscle, gone in strands of light that spiraled in the ground like they belonged there. The whisper returned, clearer now. Do not wake the dreamer. That was when I understood. We never landed. We dreamed, not metaphorically, literally. This wasn't a planet. It was a mind, or something like one. And when our ship approached, it didn't wait for us to land. It reached out, peeled our consciousness from time, and tucked us inside its dreaming body like parasites wrapped in silk. The others were here. I began finding them. Dr. Koenig suspended midair, arms outstretched, humming with starlight that bled from her eyes. Corporal Yancey, sunk halfway into the ground, his body twitching with rhythms that matched the planet's pulsing veins. None of them responded. They weren't dead. They weren't alive. They were held. I tried to anchor myself with logic. If it was dreaming of us, we could wake up, we could escape. But then I found Mimir, buried beneath a lattice of crystal roots. The AI core blinked and hissed in broken loops. It had tried to resist, tried to firewall its mind, but even artificial thought wasn't immune. The planet had learned it, adapted to its code. And through Mimir, it learned us faster. I accessed a fragment of the logs, fragmented timestamps, patterns of altered cognition, something called cognitive symbiosis event type null. The conclusion chilled me. Eos was not a destination. It was a lure, a siren mind drifting through space, casting dreams like nets. We were the latest catch. That's when the planet began to dream louder. I saw my childhood home rise from the dust, windows glowing with warmth, my mother's voice calling me to dinner. I smelled coffee. I tasted rain. I saw Earth, perfect and unbroken. My mind wanted it to be real, but I ran. I screamed. I tore through the dream until the illusion bled static. That's when I saw it, a crack in the world, a jagged seam near the horizon, where the sky folded in on itself like bad rendering. It pulsed with white fire, and behind it, something vast and writhing coiled in the dark. The dreamer, not a being, not a god, just will, incomprehensible, ancient, blind but hungry. It had slept for eons, its dreams shaping whole ecologies, shaping us. Maybe we didn't evolve randomly. Maybe some dreams travel backwards. Maybe Eos dreamed us into being, before we ever left Earth. Maybe we were just stories that told itself while slumbering. But now we are here, and something about our presence was making it stir. That's when I felt the tremors. The world began to collapse in reverse. Trees folding into seeds. Oceans lifting into vapor. Light draining upward. The others began to scream, not aloud, but inside me. Their consciousnesses are bleeding into mine. Fragmented thoughts. Despair. Ecstasy. Obedience. Terror. The dreamer was waking, and I did the only thing a human could do. I fought. I focused on everything. Every moment of pain. Every contradiction. Every furious spark of logic and memory. I fed it defiance. I burned with will. I remembered things that had no place in dreams. War, love, rage, gravity. The smell of diesel. The cold of steel. The scream of thunder over Sarajevo. I screamed my name, not out of ego, but defiance. Captain Elias Ward. United Earth Command. You don't own me. The world convulsed. The illusion shattered. And then darkness. Not void. Not death. Something after. I awoke in a wreckage of fire and metal. The Argonaut was split in half, its hull buried in black sand. Corpses littered the field, some human, some wrong. Only I survived. Or so I thought. The planet looked different now. Duller. Like a painting half erased. It didn't pulse. It didn't breathe. It was as if something immense had retreated from it. I sent a signal. A rescue beacon. It pinged back with Earth's time code. 11 minutes ago. We never actually landed. Our ship never completed the descent. But I know, the dreamer tasted me. And I tasted it. I carry it now. In my sleep, in my blood. The whispers haven't stopped. And when Earth answers the beacon, when the next ship arrives, I won't need to dream about them, because I'm already awake.